Seems like every generation has its things to deal with. So whatever is coming along now, this generation deals with it however they will. You know, sometimes one of the favorite stories I remember is I had a black kid who sat on the front row, and he was a good student, you know, and boys, you know, sit on the front row, and the trash can was not that far away, and they can't help but throwing trash at the trash can. But I walked over in front of his desk one day, and he said, "Mr. Burk," I said, "What?" He said, "Are you prejudiced?" The fact that he would ask me that told me something. I said, "Well, I like to think I'm not, but probably at some level I am." He said, "Yeah, me too." We like to think that we're God's highest creation, but I don't know. I don't see other mammals doing the horrendous things to each other that humans do to each other. You know, they might get in tussle over food or territory or something, but they don't go to all-out war. Many years ago, I was against our involvement in the Vietnam War, and I made talks to civic clubs and things like that. And I was a little past the age of being drafted, and I was married and had 2 kids at the time, so, you know, I didn't have to worry about that, but I told people I wouldn't go if I were drafted to go to Vietnam, because I had no idea what we were doing there. And I've grown to think most of the wars that we've been involved in, not all of them, but have been encouraged by the military-industrial complex to make money, because wars cost money. And they kill people. But if you want to make money, you don't care who gets killed. And it's part of our nature. I was raised in southern Missouri, and it was so poor that the Depression came and went. Nobody hardly knew the difference, if you know what the Great Depression was. I had a good upbringing. It was, you know, hard times in the Ozarks of southern Missouri and Depression, all that stuff, but I see it as kind of character building stuff, the so-called hard times, you know. Didn't have air conditioning. People did their laundry by hand. Everybody had a garden, you know, all that kind of stuff. People don't neighbor much anymore in some parts of town. Fences growing up all over the place, and people used to neighbor. You could borrow things from each other, and you sit out and talk to each other. Now, you know, our neighbors come out, or our adjacent address people come out, and we may or may not speak, but fences are up and that kind of thing. Yeah, my whole family was ill with the polio virus, and my sister June was the only one that was affected by it in the long run. I've sometimes wondered if it would affect me other ways, you know, but not that way. It was called infantile paralysis because it usually happened to little kids. There's some, yeah, I regret some things that I have done or not done that I felt like I should have done. And so, lost my temper a few times and was a little bit immature about some things. Count your blessings and be grateful. You count the bad things and be ungrateful, so it's a choice. Got both. It's a choice. I have very fond memories of those so-called hard times. If I were invited back now, would I enjoy it as much as I thought I would? But I don't know.